The universe of black holes, from microscopic to infinite in our imagination. Black holes are monstrous objects that compress everything in their path into oblivion. However, the reality turns out to be much more surprising and multi-layered. Imagine that you are inside a black hole, but not just inside, but in a black hole, which is inside another black hole, and that, in turn, is inside another one. This nesting can continue indefinitely. Our entire existing universe may be made up of these infinitely nested black holes. This idea, at first glance, seems absurd, but it is supported by some modern scientific theories. Black holes are not just matter eaters. They can be the creators of new universes. To understand how this is possible, let's first understand what a black hole is. Compression of reality. From a coin to the solar system, the formation of a black hole is based on the principle of gravitational collapse. Imagine that we take the Earth and begin to compress it. As the globe decreases in size, its density increases. At a certain point, when the entire mass of the Earth is compressed to the size of a coin, its gravitational field will be so strong that nothing, not even light, will be able to escape from it. The same goes for the Sun. To turn it into a black hole, you need to compress it to the size of a small city. It turns out that to form a black hole, it is necessary to collect a huge mass in a very small volume. This dense concept of black holes has been accepted in the scientific community for some time, but it has one important drawback. It turns out that the larger the black hole, the less dense it becomes. Density paradox. The larger, the thinner a black hole with the mass of the Sun is only about 6 kilometers wide and has a density approximately equal to that of one Himalayan mountain range compressed to a cubic meter. The supermassive black hole at the center of the Milky Way is 4 million times more massive than the Sun and has a diameter of 24 million kilometers. But at the same time, its density is only 6 blue whales per cubic meter, and the supermassive black hole IRAS 201,000,156, with a mass of 3.8 billion suns, has a width equal to the size of the solar system, and at the same time its density corresponds to the density of air. Infinite universes inside black holes. This density paradox challenges the traditional view of black holes as superdense objects. It also opens up new perspectives on understanding the structure of the universe. Some theories suggest that black holes could be portals to other universes. In this case, the nesting of black holes can be infinite, creating a fractal structure of the universe. However, it is very difficult to confirm or refute these theories. Black holes remain one of the most mysterious objects in the universe. Black hole research. The future of cosmology currently. Scientists continue to study black holes using various observational and modeling techniques. Using telescopes and gravitational waves, we can gain valuable information about these amazing objects. But it is possible that we will need to develop entirely new theories and methods to fully unravel the mystery of black holes. And in this sense, the study of black holes is not only interesting from a scientific point of view, but also an important step towards understanding the structure and evolution of the universe. This paradox may seem counterintuitive, but it reveals the surprising properties of black holes. The larger a black hole, the weaker its gravitational field becomes near the event horizon, the boundary beyond which nothing can escape. Journey into the depths of a black hole. Imagine that you are falling into a black hole. As you approach the event horizon, you will experience an ever-increasing force of gravity. But it turns out that this attraction is not as destructive as it might seem. If you time your fall trajectory correctly, you can avoid being torn apart and pass through the event horizon. What happens next? Based on Einstein's theory of relativity, time inside a black hole slows down relative to the outside world. While time will flow as usual for you, in the outer universe it will move slower and slower. From the perspective of an observer outside the black hole, you will slow down until you freeze at the horizon. Events, like a frozen frame of a film. Black holes as time machines. But what if your trajectory doesn't go through the center of the black hole? In this case, you may find yourself in another part of the universe, where time flows differently. Some scientists theorize that black holes could be portals to other universes or time machines that allow travel into the past or future. The birth of new universes. Now let's return to the nested black holes hypothesis. If our universe is one such nesting, it could conceivably form from the collapse of a larger black hole. At the same time, In the center of our universe there may be another black hole, and so on, in an endless chain. Physics and philosophy. This hypothesis poses a number of questions that go beyond the scope of modern physics. For example, if there is another universe inside a black hole, then who or what created this nested universe? And if this universe also gives birth to new universes, then how long can this chain continue? A new paradigm. Nested black holes are not just science fiction, but a new paradigm that could revolutionize our understanding of the cosmos. If this idea turns out to be correct, it will mean that black holes are not just matter eaters, but the ancestors of new universes. Exploring infinity. Either way, the nested black hole hypothesis opens up exciting prospects, challenging our intuitions and forcing us to rethink our place in the universe. Studying these infinite structures will help us understand not only the physics of black holes, but also the nature of reality in general. Black holes in our universe, a game of hide and seek with reality. Imagine you are standing on the edge of an abyss, behind which lies a secret that can change your understanding of the world. This chasm is the black hole's event horizon, the point of no return beyond which gravity becomes so strong that nothing, not even light, can escape. And what if, as we watch the universe expand, we were actually inside this giant black hole? Of course, this may seem crazy. We are accustomed to the fact that the universe is all there is, an infinite space extending in all directions. But what if this habit is just an illusion created by the incredible properties of a black hole? Let's figure it out. Imagine a standard black hole, the one we study in textbooks. It looks like a sphere, inside which lies a singularity, a point with infinite density, where all our usual laws of physics cease to apply. But this is just a simplified idea. In fact, inside the black hole, reality begins to distort beyond recognition. Distorted reality inside a black hole. Space and time, which we perceive as separate, inside a black hole are closely intertwined and change roles. In ordinary space we can move in any direction, and time flows linearly. In a black hole, space becomes finite and time infinite. In other words, you can move indefinitely, but you will always return to the same point, as if you were in a giant maze. This phenomenon occurs due to the strong gravity of the black hole, which bends space-time to the limit. Near the event horizon, lines of spacetime that are normally parallel begin to converge, like the rails on a railroad that converge in the distance to form a vanishing point. Traveling through time and space, it is this distortion of space-time that leads to the strange effects we see inside a black hole. Inside it, time seems to stop, and, once there, we would feel that time flows more slowly than outside. But that is not all. Inside a black hole, space expands in one direction and contracts in the others. This gives the impression that the universe is contracting, which is what we see when we watch it expand. The birth of the universe inside a black hole. From the point of view of an observer inside a black hole, the universe appears as a finite and collapsing object, like a Big Bang but in reverse. This may lies the answer to the question of the origin of our universe. Perhaps it originated inside a giant black hole, and we are now observing its expansion, similar to an explosion that occurs in reverse. Unexplained phenomena. It is important to remember that this is all just a hypothesis. Science cannot say with certainty that our universe was born inside a black hole, but we know that black holes are not just spheres with a singularity at the center. They are curvatures of space-time that can change our reality beyond recognition. By studying black holes, we plunge into the secrets of the universe, penetrating into space where our usual laws of physics lose their meaning. Perhaps it is there, in the depths of these cosmic monsters, that all reality as we know it is born. Traveling through time and space, it is this distortion of space-time that leads to the strange effects we observe inside a black hole. Inside it, time does not flow linearly, but in a spiral. Imagine that you are flying towards the event horizon of a black hole. As you approach it, your time begins to slow down relative to the time of an observer far from the black hole. This effect is called time dilation, and is due to the fact that the gravity of a black hole distorts space-time. Inside a black hole, beyond the event horizon, time is no longer linear, but curved. Depending on the trajectory of your movement, you can travel to the future or the past, find yourself in another part of the universe or even in another dimension. In this space, where time and space are closely intertwined, the concepts of here and, now, lose meaning. The universe inside a black hole is a giant labyrinth, where time and space merge into a single fabric, twisted by gravity. But what if our universe is itself a giant black hole? This idea may seem fantastic, but it has a theoretical basis. If our universe is expanding, then, according to the Big Bang theory, it was once incredibly small and dense. In this state, the universe was essentially like a singularity, a point of infinite density, where all our usual laws of physics do not apply. Perhaps we, observing the expansion of the universe, are actually observing its movement inside a black hole, and all that we think of as infinite space is actually the finite, limited event horizon of a black hole, beyond which lies the outer universe, about which we know nothing. This theory opens up incredible possibilities for understanding our place in the universe. If we really are inside a black hole, then this means that our universe is limited, and beyond it there may be another space-time, other universes. This also means that we may not be alone in the universe. Inside the black hole, there may be other forms of life, other civilizations that are also trying to unravel the secrets of their universe. Of course, these are all just hypotheses for now, but if we continue to study black holes and the expanding universe, we may one day be able to unravel the mystery of this giant cosmic puzzle. And who knows what awaits us beyond the event horizon of this giant black hole, our universe. If the universe creates black holes, which create universes, which then create new black holes, which create new universes, this is cosmic self-reproduction. Will undergo natural selection. The Big Bang is a chaotic and disorderly event, so it's possible that the new daughter universes won't always be completely identical to their mothers. Sometimes the physics may be slightly different, with some fundamental values being higher or lower. Thus, some universes can create many stars, planets and black holes. Other, perhaps not, perhaps by creating a homogeneous cosmic soup in which stars, planets and black holes do not form. But if all universes are born inside black holes, eventually all the lines of the universe that don't create many black holes will go extinct. Universes with conditions for many black holes would become the most common and would produce the most daughter universes. Survival of the fittest, but with universes instead of organisms. In our observable universe alone, at least 1,017 black holes have been created so far. So may be ours. The universe has the physics and laws it has because it was born through a long process, cosmological selection that contributed to the formation of tons of black holes. And it will have a pleasant side effect. If universes are optimized to create as many new black hole universes as possible, they are optimized to create many galaxies and stars, and thus also, by chance, conditions for the emergence of life. So the universes that are best at creating new universes are also the best at creating life. If this scenario is true, who knows how many billions of blacks whole universes may exist out there somewhere, all with stars and planets that are potentially home to people like us. So, is our universe like this? The truth is that we don't know. Although these ideas are based on real science and work on paper, they are speculative and not verifiable. Also, cyclical universes don't really explain why the universe even exists or why it is the way it is. Instead of giving answers, these are actually just new questions in disguise, so keep that in mind before you get too excited. But isn't it wonderful and touching that we live in a universe where big ideas like this are even conceivable? It could be like this, a lot of life. And if new universes are created constantly, perhaps life will go on forever. Thanks for watching. Visit my channel and watch interesting videos.